Hey friends, Luck here. Welcome back to another video. So today we're having a look at the Redmi Note 11 Pro once again. But today we're talking about a really interesting topic and one that I think a lot of people will be interested in. And that is the proximity sensor of the Redmi Note 11 Pro. And we're also going to be talking about where the SD card slot is located and how many gigabytes of extra memory can you include on your phone, as well as the launch date in various countries. So first of all, if you don't know what the proximity sensor is, the proximity sensor is what turns your phone screen off when you make a phone call or when you receive a phone call. This is so that you don't make accidental touches on the phone while using the phone. Overall, while I've been using it, the proximity sensor has been quite good, but the Redmi Note line has a reputation of having bad proximity sensors. So we're going to do a little test here on this video to see if the proximity sensor does work quite well or if the proximity sensor still has a problem. For me, overall, it works sometimes it doesn't. So that is quite disappointing, but let's see how good it is overall. So as you can see, once I put my hand close to it, it does go off, which means the proximity sensor of this phone is actually pretty good overall. Like I said, sometimes the screen doesn't go off, which is quite disappointing, but for most times the screen does go off, which is something that I really like. It is really improved overall compared to the previous version, the Redmi Note 10 Pro, which really had a terrible proximity sensor, but the proximity sensor of this phone is absolutely wonderful and I truly do love it. I feel they have made lots of advancement when it comes to that particular topic. So the second thing that we're looking at right now is where the SD card slot is located. So the SD card slot is located in a very interesting position. Once you take out your SIM card, you just flip to the back and you have a slot for the SD card. The SD card can actually have up to 512 and I think even more than that in memory. Right now I have a 128 gig memory inside here and it works absolutely perfectly. So you can increase the memory of this phone. The base model for the one I have is a 128 gig. So adding more memory to it will definitely improve the phone more and you can definitely do a lot of things with this particular phone by including extra memory whenever you feel like or whenever you're running out of additional memory. So let's talk about the launch date. The launch date for this particular phone has been changing dates, but what we know specifically is you should be expecting this phone at the earliest by the first quarter of 2022. So we should be thinking about January, February, March of 2022. That's when this phone should be available globally. It might also be available by the end of December, but for right now, I don't think that would be the case. So definitely I would be expecting this phone to be out in every countries. It might probably be rolled out in the Asian countries first before it's rolled out in the rest of the world. But if you are interested in picking this phone up, the best place for you to probably pick it up would be on AliExpress, and that would probably be the Chinese version. So if you do decide to pick the Chinese version, I do have a video on the channel which shows you how to install the Google services on the Chinese versions of phones. So you can check that out if you do think about picking up the Chinese version. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I am definitely going to see you guys in the next video.